West to come forward, please. We are honored tonight to have George Kuiper and Wes Glass here to entertain us. And without any further introductions, and I'm going to do a little interview with George afterwards, but I'm just going to let these two guys do their thing. So they travel all over West Michigan and even farther than that, performing sometimes. I think George said he's had 60 performances in the last few months. He's a busy man for 87, so let's give these guys a hand.
Next one is what we call it the military medley. So without any more talk, we'll play the military medley. next number, I'll let Wes tell you what he's doing.
Well, I got talked a little bit, hit him to learn to yodel it a little bit years ago, which is kind of a lost art. So we thought we'd give you a little bit of a yodeling tune. All right? When I was on some foggy mountain top, I sailed away to the west, and I sail all around this old wide world, way back to the one I love best. If I had listened to what Mama said, I wouldn't have been here today. Well, I'm wishing for things that I've never had. Yes, I'm wishing my sweet life away. Sing. Well, I was born to have a books and make a guitar ring. There ain't no use me fooling around in any other little thing, 'cause I was born to yodel and I was born to sing. Thank you.
Thank you, Wes. Don't run away, George. George, tell us briefly about what your experience was during World War II, where you were stationed, where you served.
Well, to start with, I'm a Holland boy. I was born on Pine Avenue in the front bedroom. It cost my dad $25 to bring me into this world. and about 18 years later, I just graduated high school. A week later, I was gone. Uncle Sam's Army. And I think, if I remember right, of a bunch of us, almost all the other guys went to Fort Benning, Georgia as infantry, and somehow I ended up in Camp Roberts, California in field artillery. I don't know why, but from Camp Roberts I went straight across to the country to Miles Standish, and there I shipped out one dark night, we did, on an old ship that looked like the Titanic. It was a four-stacker, no convoy. We zigzagged all the way across to Glasgow, Scotland. It took 7 days. And from there, we shipped to Southampton, England, got on another ship, and 24 hours later, we landed in France. And of course, from there up to the Repo Depot and into the front lines. I ended up in Patton's Army, the 191st Field Artillery, and I was in the Bulge, France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany. When the war was done, I was in Czechoslovakia. And Patton moved, he didn't horse around. And probably the worst of it was the terrible cold. In the Bulge there was, if I recall right, 600,000 American soldiers alone, plus all the others. We're strung out over a line, maybe 100 miles long, I don't know. And of that, 81,000 of them were either killed or wounded or prisoners. And, yeah, what else can I say? I can go into a lot of detail about things, but you don't want to hear about that at this time. But I'll still say Patton did a good job. He got us moving, and we didn't. The Germans were scared of him. And, oh, I was going one more thing. I didn't know it at the time. While we were on the Rhine River, shooting across and trying to put pontoon bridges across and fighting our way across, north of us was another part of the army, and I didn't know he was in there, but Henry Blackwire of Holland was in that army, and I didn't find out till later, till I got back. It was only about 20 miles north of me. He got killed there. And, but then, of course, after we crossed the Rhine, we shot our way through the German lines, and we kept right on going. So, briefly, that's what it's about. Thank you.
I've got one more question, George. How is it that you can fit in your uniform bought in 1944, and most of us can't fit in the pants we bought last year? What's your secret?
My mom put it in a suitcase.
Thank you, George. At this time, we would like all World War II veterans present, if you're able, to stand. If not, raise